Hello everybody, hi, it's Maxine here. I'm the fear fighter and I've got to make my apologies with you. I am going through a test at the moment and I know I'm going through my test, and what my test is at the moment is everything to do with technology. So knowing that I'm going through this test, in the last 4 days everything's been going wrong when it comes down to computers, when it comes down to phones. I have learned so many new things because I've had to. I've lost contacts, I've lost photos. I've had to get them sorted out, and it's good when you know about you getting through these tests. So I want to apologise with you now. The reason why I didn't get the Fear Fighter show on this morning is basically because I had no Wi-Fi. So it was trying to get around that as well, and my phone wasn't working, so I couldn't even do it off my phone on a normal 3G. So I do apologise, guys, but I'm here now. So I thought, rather than me bring a special guest Thursday in today, I thought I would give you double the content. So let's get a little bit started here. Let's make sure you're getting more for your money. It's free, so bonus for you. So welcome to my show, Unlocking the Fearless You. So whether you're watching this on replay or whether you're just getting up in the morning, going to bed, or what you're doing during the day, thank you very much for tuning in. Now, Unlocking the Fearless You is all about your self-confidence. It's all about going over your fears and bringing up your self-esteem. Now, the content that I'm actually going to be giving you today is literally all going to be about sales. Now, I've been in sales many years. I've been doing it through a lot of my jobs, whether it comes down to double glazing, whether it comes down to over the phone, whether it's advertising, media, when it comes down to everything and anything, really. I mean, even retail. So, sales is a major part of any business. If you can't sell, if you can't close, you're going to get no money. So what I'm going to do today for you, especially for you, is I'm actually going to help you out with some of these closes. I'm going to help you out with how to overcome them. So go and get yourself quickly a pen and paper, write a few things down, or watch it on the replay, whatever's easier, whatever you fancy doing. So I'm talking about direct sales, telephone sales. This is mainly a generalization, so it can go into a lot of things. So what you normally find is, whether you pick up the phone or whether you go and see somebody, is the first thing you normally get is, I'm too busy right now. Everybody is too busy doing something. If you're too busy to have kids, you never have kids. If you're too busy to go to work, you'll never be at home. So everybody is busy. However, you need to establish what they want. When someone turns around and says, contact me in a few months, it normally means that, they're not interested in what you've got to say. They're not interested in what you're trying to sell you. What you're trying to sell, what you are trying to sell them. So can't forget my words out tonight. So it's very much is that you need to get to the nitty gritty. So say, for instance, you're getting over the phone, and you give them a call and you're offering this and this, and they turn around and go, no, I don't really know what I want to do. So then you get into a conversation. If, say, for instance, you're doing a direct sales and you're going over to them and you're sitting there chatting to them, then if they don't want to speak to you, they won't speak to you, they'll walk away. But don't you ever put that phone down first, and don't you ever walk away first, because all that shows the other people is that they can walk all over you and you are never going to be able to sell to them. They will literally find out exactly what you're like within seconds by you walking through that door. If you turn around and go, okay, thanks very much, thanks, bye, and walk out the door or put the phone down, if you ever ring up again or ever walk in there again, they're just going to turn around and say no, because they've got the upper hand, because they know that you're a weak salesperson. So they know that it's just not going to happen. Hello. We had this. You was on here the other day, and I'm really bad at pronouncing names, so I do apologise. If I just call you Avi, is that okay? So you're in Hobbitshire, in Cheshire. I like that. That's very good. And thank you very much. I'm glad that you love my message. Hopefully you'll like any more of the messages that I'm bringing to you tonight as well. So so basically what you've got to do is, if, say, for instance, that you're going in there and you're doing a direct sales pitch, that you're in there for a reason. Everybody is not going to, or people are not going to sit there and listen to you talk if they're not interested. Oh, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Yeah, that's fine. 5 minutes is fine, because once you get into a conversation with someone, 5 minutes turns into 10, 10 turns into 20, 20 turns into an hour. It goes on from there. It is literally, they have got to buy from you. It's a bit, bit different going this way. Yeah, so that they are literally, it is your personality, it is the way you come across that they buy from you. When I used to sell, when it comes down to double glazing, I used to go in people's houses and I used to go in there, and it used to be pitched that we're going in there, give them a 2-year quote, we're going to be 20 minutes in and out, leave it with them, and then literally that's it. That was all it was going to be. Now, when we went in there, we knew it was a 3-hour a pitch. We knew that we had to go through everything. We'd sit down and have a cup of tea with them, even have dinner with them. I've sat there and watched football with somebody because they wanted to watch the football. You know, at the end of the day, you need to get into the nitty-gritty of what they're all about. And the thing is, hello, brothers. Nice to see you. The Fear Fighter is back. Thank you very much. Yeah, so basically what you want to do is you want to try and get them to buy from you right now. It is all about the things that you can give them to actually encourage them to do it with you now. So say for sake, whether it might be that you might offer an early bird. Do you know what? If I can get you in today, or I can get you in by the end of this week, we've got an early bird going on and you can get some amazing deals. You know, we've got so much to offer you. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And for you to pass this offer up, well, you and your company, you just wouldn't be able to survive it. You know, we're absolutely amazing. And you've really got to, you know, find out what they're all about. That's what it is. It's getting past the gatekeeper and actually talking to the person that needs to be spoken to. And with that, you can offer them like a 25% discount. Buy 2 months, get one free. You could offer them a free gift. You could spread the cost. You know, hello, Mr. Blogs. I'm giving you a call today. Just want to, I see you've got a gardening business. Absolutely fantastic. We're helping you out with that this month. We're doing gardeners. We're in your area. That's absolutely brilliant, because what we're actually offering is we want to do some advertisement for you. And if you come on board with us, then what we'll do is we'll give you an extra month free. You know, people hear free, people hear early bird, people hear discounts. They're more than likely to help if you turn around and say that it's only for today or it's only this week. You know, and that's basically what you've got to get into the grips in. Yeah, is once you actually do that and you get into what they want and how they want it, is that will be an amazing thing. So that's the first thing, is you need to get in there. You need to get them to see you and come in there. You want to go through all their problems. You don't want them to come back to you in 3 to 6 months. Oh yes, that's fine. Come back in 3 to 6 months time. You know, well, I'm sorry, Mr. Smith. We're not actually doing this offer in 3 to 6 months time. We're not actually going to be in your area at all. We're going to be over in Cheshire with Avi. You know, and basically by that, you know, if you want this discount, if you want this early bird, if you want this 25% off, you know, we need to come and see you today. Are you going to be available either today or tomorrow? Are you going to be there either in the morning or the afternoon? Always give them 2 options, because by giving them 2 options, if I turn around and said, is it okay to come and see you today? They've got an option to say no. But if I turn around and said, am I going to see you Monday or Tuesday? There is no option to say no. It is a Monday or Tuesday. Oh no, I can't do Monday. I'm in business meetings all day. Oh, I can't do Tuesday. I've got to knuckle down to work. That's absolutely fine, because as I said, we are in your area all week. So are you available perhaps Thursday, Friday? Give you a bit of time to sort all your business out that you need to do. You know, and oh yeah, well I can do Friday. Okay, amazing. You know, are you a morning or afternoon person? You know, are you going to make me a cup of coffee when I get there, or would you rather get yourself home early? Oh, well, I normally leave at 4 o'clock. If you know for a fact that you've got a 2-hour pitch, you don't want to be getting around there at 3:30 in the afternoon. Yeah. So find out as much information as you can over the phone when you book the appointment up. And then basically with that, what you do is that you turn and say, brilliant, do you know what? I've got a slot. I can either be 11 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Never do around about 12, because their excuse will be they're on lunch. Yeah. So I could do 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You know they're not going home till 4 o'clock. You know you've got 3 hours to spend with that person. Then not only that, if they turn and say, well, actually, I'm still going to be on lunch at 1 o'clock, right, that's absolutely fine, because I've still got space at 2. Oh, I don't know. Well, 3 is completely booked up, I'm afraid, and so is 3:30. So if you want to get this offer in, we need to do this now. So can I book you in for 1:30? Is that okay? No problems. I'll come there. I'll even bring biscuits if you make the tea. You know, by doing that, that is actually, not only is it the fact is that you're already got this rapport over the phone, and you've got to know their name, and you've got to, you know, you've already turned around and said you're staying for tea and biscuits. You know, no matter what, you are staying for tea and biscuits. So when you get there, the icebreaker that you've already got when you first turn up is, so where's my cup of tea then? You know, and it's very much that's what I used to do. And I used to go in there and I used to ask them how they were, how their week's been. Oh, it's been a bad week. Okay, well, do you know what? We're going to make it amazing for you, because you know what? This is going to be a fantastic thing for the end of your week. If they turn and said an amazing week, fantastic, because you know what? I'm going to make it even better. So no matter what you do, you overcome every objection that you've got when it comes down to seeing that person. Okay, so what you want to do is when you get in there is you want to find the decision maker. No matter what you do, no matter what they say, you've always got to find the decision maker. It might be one, it might be two, it might be three, it might be a family of people. You need to see every single person. If you are doing business to business, you will need to see the managing director. You need to see the financial director. You might need to see, the accountant down the road if they're a part of the business. You might need to see the CEO. It might even be the fact is that they've got a partner, whether it's a business partner or a partner. Or it might be the fact is that you also need to go and see the whole family because the whole family is involved with it. It's not just one or two people. You need to make sure that they can't give the objection later that, oh, yeah, that's absolutely amazing. You've got a fantastic offer. However, I need to go and speak to such and such. You don't ever want that situation. So what you say is when you've made the appointment, whether you've walked in there or whether you've gone on the phone, you want to say to them, oh, is it just you in the business then? Oh, no, it's me and my business partner. Oh, it's amazing. Do you know what? I'd love to meet your business partner because I'll tell you something. They'll love to meet me because we've got so much to go through and it would be absolutely amazing. And I'd never want them to miss out on it. Yeah. So you want to make sure that you've put that in there as well, because by doing that, not only you telling them that you're still going to come and see them, but you're also letting them know that you need to get everybody involved. So when you're having that general chit chat and you're having that conversation and you're saying about, oh, what's your business partner's name? And oh, it's Margaret. Oh, fantastic. Well, wait till I see Margaret. Tell her to put the kettle on, and bring up like the bit of banter at the same time. Obviously, you'll depend on what they're like over the phone to start with, because you'll understand that when you speak to people. It's all about tone. It's all about how they are with you over the phone. If you've got short and sharp people, you need to be quite short and sharp. But if you've got someone that's actually quite happy to have a bit of a chat with you, then, chat as much as you can, because the more that you chat, the better it is for you, the more information you get. So you know that Margaret is the business partner to Jeff. So Jeff and Margaret are business partners. Oh, so you deal with all the business, do you? It's literally just the two of you, your business and what you've gone through and how you do it. And, oh, no, we have a financial director too. Mark, the financial director, he comes in twice a week. Oh, right, okay. When is he about then? Because you know what, as he's a financial director and he deals with the money, why don't we get him on it as well? And we'll have the three of you there. Do you know what? I'll make sure I bring biscuits for four of us. So when you're doing that, you're bringing every single person in that's to do with being the decision maker. Okay. And that's basically what you want to do. You want to make sure you get the right people. Then once you're actually in there and Margaret's gone and made you a cup of tea and Jeff has turned around and said, I only want you to be 5 minutes, then you've got to leave. And then you've got you've got Mark, who's the financial director. He's decided to come in and decided that, they're not spending no money. These are the types that you're going to do come across. It happens, whether you're in, when you're in business to business, you need to establish their needs. You need to make sure that you've got what they're looking for. So you'll go in there while you're having a cup of tea. You can ask them about their business, find out some more information. You are fact finding out of every single conversation that you're having. You're asking about, oh, how long have you been open for? Oh, right, okay. You've been open for 4 years. Oh, well, that's amazing. Some people don't even last that long. You must be doing really well. What is all the different services that you offer? Yeah, by getting all the services in, you have a mental thing in your head to say, I'm clocking all these up. Then once you actually do that and, you've fact-finded over that, all right, so you must have so many people then helping you because you're so busy. Well, actually, no, we only have 4 or 5 staff. So in your head, they've got 4 or 5 staff plus there's 3 of them. So that there's around about 7 to 8 people in the business. Okay, so that's what you need to do. You need to establish who they are, what the facts are, and what their business is all about. Then once you do that, you need to know is how much of it do they need? There is no point are you offering a package this big when they're turning over multi-million pounds worth of business. And there's no point you offering a massive package when actually they've only got 10 grand in the bank. Because at the end of the day, all it's going to be is going to be either unreachable for them and they'll just send you on your way because it'll be no good and they'll just switch off and you'll see the glassy-eyed and that's all it'll be. Or it'll be the other way, is that they'll completely have no respect for you because you don't know their business. So make sure that you establish their needs. Make sure that you find out exactly what they need and how much they need of either your service, of your product and everything else that you do. And then you want to know is when they want it. There is no point you turning around saying, well, I can do this for you and get it all installed, or I can do this and get all your paperwork done, or I can give you a printer in like 3 weeks' time. if they don't want it for 2 years? If they don't want it for 2 years, you know, you've got to find a way of bringing that forward. Why don't you want it for 2 years? Oh, because we've already got a lease. All right, okay. So how about if we buy you out of that lease? Is that something that you may consider? You know, and then you've got to bank that too of what the actual answer was about that. So once you've done that, you know, you need to just make sure that you know exactly about your product and what you can and can't offer. The worst thing in the world is when you're actually in there with somebody, and at the time they might be all looking down at you, and obviously because they're all staring at you, making sure you know what your business is. You need to know your product, because 9 times out of 10 people fear change, whether it's in business or whether it is literally customer, like business to customer. They don't like change. I used to change over people's gas and electric. You know, I used to go knocking on their door. This is talking years ago. You know, knocking on their doors, changing over their gas and electric. Oh no, I stay where I am. Why do you want to stay where you are? Oh, because it's just easier. So what makes it easier? Whereas the fact is, it's already there. It's nice and easy. Well, do you know what? Let me explain something to you. You don't have to do nothing. All I've got to do is to show you exactly what I've got to offer. See what you've got there with you. You know, with your provider, what you've already got, and then basically with that, all I've got to do is take down a number, get the direct debit sorted up for you. Everything's good and it's all done. Happy with that? Yeah, and by doing that, it then takes the hassle away from them, because people don't want hassle. It's exactly the same when it comes down to my party shop. Now, my party shop I had for 2.5 years, Party Crown Direct. And even though I still got it online, but it just makes it so much easier because it's online, is the reason why I had the physical shop is I wanted to get people to get to know me. But I'd have people come in, most shops, you know, they come in, they go out, and some people that have been on here already before, they know that, you know, I'm a good talker, as you well know. So basically with that, what I will do is I'll actually get to know my customer, because I make sure that they want to keep coming back. And I'm interested in what they've got to say and what they've got coming up and how it is. You know, I know that if we've got a birthday party and that's what they've come in for, they've just told me 3 months later, they've actually got an engagement party going on. And a year down the line, they've got an anniversary party. Well, do you know what? That's an amazing thing to do, because you can actually order up to a year in advance. So now they've come in for one party. I've now just got 3 things out of them. So basically by doing that, what's happened is they've come in, I've said, right, what is it you're looking for? Are you at home or are you in a hall? By doing that, is it a big hall, and you've got something like 50, 60 people going, oh no, there's going to be about 200-300 people. Right, okay, so you've got a massive hall. I know in my head that they're going to need around about 12 to 15 tablecloths, that they're going to need like 8 to 10 banners, that they're going to need around about 12 to 15 different sets of balloons. So I know in my head what kind of prices we're talking about. So by doing that, and I say, right, have you got some kind of budget in mind? No, I ain't worried about that, whatever it is. Right, well, as long as you know, because the balloons are the most expensive thing out of your party. Now, I've overcome that objection now before we've even started, because I want to see a reaction on their face. I want to see if they go, oh, really? They're really expensive. I didn't expect them to be that. We know that their budget is this big. Yeah, so you don't want to sit there and talk about having balloons on every single table, knowing that it's going to come to 150 quid just for balloons, when their budget is this big. But if someone goes, yeah, that's all right, you know, I'm whatever it takes. You know that you can put balloons on each table, you can have balloons on the cake table, we can get the candy cart involved, I can do a pick and mix stand if they wanted it, we can put tablecloths on, we can put diamantes on, we can have table stands, we can have centerpieces, you name it, we can go the full shebang. Yeah, so that's basically what you need. You need to fact find what they need. Okay, so just make sure that you've got everything down there by establishing their needs. Right, you've also got to explain is how you're different. You've got to find what your USPs are. I mean, in my business, my USPs were fantastic, I think. How many shops do you know that you could go into and turn around and say to someone, if you order from me today, pick anything out that you want on the shelves, give me 50% and pay the rest on instalments. Do you go to Tesco's and do that? Do you go to Asda and do that? Do you go to the craft store down the road and do that? Or even to the convenience store? No. And the reason being is I know for a fact a party can cost anything between £300 and £3,000 as an average. And I know that if they've got a big party going on, they're going to spend averagely around about £500 with me. If it's only a small party or a barbecue in the back garden, we're still talking around about £60 to £100. And some people haven't got that kind of money. And if they've put on a barbecue, 9 times out of 10 is because they don't have the money. Well, that's all right. It's absolutely fine. Well, we've worked it out. It's going to cost you £65. So are you happy to give me 35 quid today? And then what you can do is you can come back next month and give me the other 30 quid. We'll do it over 2 instalments. Does that make it easier for you? Well, actually, yeah, it does. Brilliant. You know, and by doing that, you know, that is my USP. My other USP was anything that you need, I can come and deliver it. Yes, it's going to cost you a charge, but it's only going to charge you on how much it's going to cost you for diesel. And I'm going to come and do it. I'm going to set it all up. You ain't got nothing to worry about. At the end of the day, this is your party. I want you to have fun. It's all about you coming in here, getting everything you need in one place. We go through everything now. It takes around about 45 minutes to get everything filled out and sorted out. Then once that's all done, you then go away. You've got nothing else to think about till the day when you come in and walk into that hall. All your balloons and everything, all your tablecloths are all done and sorted. You've got nothing to worry about. And people like that. People like easy. So sometimes it's when people turn around and say no to you, or they don't want to do it or anything like that, it's just the fact is that they don't want the hassle. So you've got to make sure you take the hassle out of it. Okay. Right, I'm going to go through, before I go through anything more now, I'm going to go through some of these things on here, because there's quite a few people on here this evening. Right, okay, so what we got? Okay, so Avi, we're going to call you from the last name, Avi, just because I know I can say that one. So, right, good. So he's happy with Avi. My name is Ivor, as my name. Oh, right, okay. I like that. We can do Ivor, we can do Avi, whatever you prefer. That's absolutely fine. Bradley, I love the smiley hearts, my love. Always love hearts. And Pauline, that is my sister-in-law. She's online tonight. Hello, how are you? Fear Fighter. We'll take that one down, brothers. Okay, so we've got Sheldon's here as well. We've also got, hang on, I'm just going through them. There's quite a few in here. I'm blown away every time. The speaker's ward was too great, and she's building it. I love it. Ah, amazing. Thank you so much. That is absolutely amazing. It's always good to hear. Robert, hi, Robert. How are you? All the way from Canada today. It's nice to know that you've tuned in. I like seeing your face come up every time. It's amazing. Bradley, appointment setting, great content. Well, that's what I thought, brothers, because at the end of the day, a lot of people find it so hard when it comes to salon closing. So I'm going to try and get around this as much as I quickly as I possibly can. So I'm trying not to, you know, go through too much and that's the reason why I've not asked for any questions tonight, because there is so much that I've got to go through. Evening YYC Media Ambassador, you are up for an award. So excited for you. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, so I'm going to go through some more of those in a minute. Oh, Beryl's back on as well now. Hi, Beryl. It's nice to hear from you, my lovely. Right, so let's get back into it, guys. Right, so what we've got now is we've got value. So when it comes down to your value, this is a major part, because if anybody that you're going to see doesn't see the value in what you have to offer, you are never going to sell to them. Okay, you have literally got to go through everything. The way I used to do it was very much that, you know, oh, but it's only a set of balloons. Well, do you know what? Well, not only do I give you the set of balloons, I'll make sure it matches your colour scheme to make sure it looks absolutely amazing. Put all the ribbons in to make sure it all comes down and looks beautiful. And at the bottom of it, it all comes up to look like it's got champagne bubbles, because it's a celebration. So let's not make it that way. And by doing that, what I do is I make sure they're all matching. So if you've got 3 different colours, I'll match you 3 different colours on your ribbons as well as your balloons. And by doing that, it shows people that you're actually looking after them and you actually give them monkeys. And that's the thing. It's all about giving them what they need. So I've wrote so many different information as I was typing it today. So excuse me if my eyes do go down sometimes. Right. So if you find that at the end of a pitch, they turn and go, yeah, thanks very much. It's not really for me right now. It's the fact it comes down to that you've not put it across properly. You haven't put it across exactly what, you know, that you want from them and exactly what you're asking for. Because at the end of the day, you need to give them the features. You need to give them the benefits, you know, all the features of what you have. So when I used to work in double glazing, the features was a 12-way locking system. You know, it opens, it hasn't got a black gasketed window, so it's hard to break into. You know, it's got galvanized steel all the way around. Yes, brothers, and I can still remember it. It's a pitch that I did many, many times. You know, and it's very weighty, and I've got them to hold the window and to weigh it and to try it out. And, you know, it's all about getting them involved. It's not just about talking to them. It's about getting them involved. You know, we have to sit there and show them a video of the products when they're actually put in. You know, go through what they've got in their area. You know, if you're actually doing some kind of service, you know, you want to ask them things about their business. and you want to see what you can do and how you can work, where you can work with their business and how well you can do it. So if you need someone, you know, yeah, we're having a really good time and you can offer a service, but you've got all these services, we only need a small amount of it. That's absolutely fine. We'll go over that. All I'm doing with you right now is going through everything. So then what you can do is you can then pick and choose and make up your own package. By doing that, you get exactly what you want. Is that something that you want? Well, yeah, that's something that I want. Okay. So if you like that idea, we'll carry on. We'll get there and we'll see exactly what you need. So what you've done is you've just closed that door. You've just closed that down because they've just turned around and said, yes, that's what you want them to do, don't you? Yeah. And it's exactly that. So basically by doing that, that's what you've got to make sure. You've got to give them all the benefits. You've got to give them all the features of what you're offering. Tell them how it's going to benefit them. When it comes down to windows, it was very much that they never get no drafts. They last over 10 years. They've got massive guarantees with them. There are so many different things that you can do with the benefits and features of what you've got to offer. And make sure you put them out there. You know, if you're going to be an accountant, you're not just any old accountant, because you're going to make sure that you go through everything. You're going to double check everything. You're going to get them involved. You're going to make sure that, you know, everything that you've got there is sitting in front of you, that you're going to go through everything. If they've got debts coming up their ear rolls and you need to help them out with any of their debts because you're an age debt specialist, it might be the fact is that, you know, they need the help with that. You know, they don't understand what they can do next. So you need to sort of hold their hand and go through it all with them. So make sure they understand that. Yeah. So making sure that you go through the value of what you've got to offer them. At the same time, ask for another cup of tea, because what that does is once you've had your first cup of tea, you know, you've got in there and you've spoken and you've chatted, you know, you don't want to just them sitting down and then they're just going to be like this. It's like, oh, enough. But what it does is by actually asking, you know, oh, I think it's about time for another cup of tea. Or if you've got a water, that'd be amazing. I would ask for a beer, but the fact is, because I'm driving, I'm not going to go down that route. We'll do that later. Not only are you turning around and saying to them that the fact is that you would like to be their friend after, is that what you're actually doing is you're getting them up off their backside, you're letting them go out, they're thinking about what you're doing, but at the same time, you're giving them a bit of a break. Not only that, is you're then looking at your next thing of what you've got left to do, and it gives you a bit of time to actually reevaluate what you've got to say and how you've got to pitch it. So it gives you that bit of time. So what you need to do is when you speak to them, you've got to offer them guarantees. Do you know what? We guarantee you this is going to work for you. You know, we have just gone through so much information with you today. And the fact is that what you've got sitting in front of you, I know I can help you with. I know for what I've got to offer you is going to be absolutely amazing. So, you know, let's get down dirty with this, because it is brilliant. And offer them the returns. Offer them, you know what, if you don't sell nothing, or if you can't get anything, or you don't think it's perfect by the end of it, you get back to me. I'm going to give you my personal number, because what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we keep in contact, because I want to make sure that you're getting a fantastic service. By the way you're doing this is you're building up trust. And that's what you want to do, because that always helps at the end. Okay, so we're going to keep going. So you want to talk about, obviously, the perks. You want to reassure your customer. You want to make sure that the decision is right for them. You want to make sure that, as I said, you build up the trust. So your next biggest thing you're going to find is sales budget. People are going to say to you, I can't afford it right now. Do you know what? You can't afford kids right now. You can't afford going and getting yourself a new car right now. You can't afford to go and buy yourself a brand new pair of, you know, Gucci shoes or a bag or anything else. Do you know what? You can't. But that's what credit cards are for. We all use them, you know, and if they really wanted it that badly, they would make sure that that's what they did, and they made sure they got it. So make sure that sales, when it comes down to your budget, is not the biggest problem or your biggest objection. So don't be afraid to ask them, what is your budget? Yeah, exactly the same as I said to you about the balloons. Their budget is, oh yeah, I'm not worried about my budget. It's, you know, and get down to the nitty gritty of it. Now I know that it's going to cost this amount. I know it might cost 200 quid, you know, but I might turn around and say to them, oh, do you know what? For everything you're talking, you've got a £500 budget to spend. And they go, not that much. Might be half. Okay, 250 quid. Thank you very much. Cha-ching. Yeah. And then what you're doing is you're just finding that information while you're speaking to them. So, you know, once you find out your budget, you also make sure that you valued your product. So if they've turned around and said to you, you know, oh no, it's far too expensive. Okay, so it's far too expensive for what you've got, or what you're having to offer, a service that you're offering. You've obviously not gone through everything that you need to go through. You've not gone through your features and benefits properly, because if you'd have done, they would have thought that you was the most amazing person in the world. They would have thought they're an absolutely amazing product that you have to offer. They're your biggest raving fan that you can offer, imagine, and they want to bite your hand off for it. And if they're not doing that, you've not done your job properly. So you're going to get lots of objections at the back end, and that is the last place you want objections. You want to get them out now. You want to make sure is what you're talking about. So we've discussed, Mr. Smith, that the fact is that you're looking for us to offer this service and this service, and what you're doing is you want to have these openings, and we want to make sure that you're going to get this account sorted out, and we're going to make sure we sort out that debt, and we're going to do. Is that everything that you're looking for? Yes, it is. Okay. Is there anything else you can think of that I can help you with today? No, you've got everything there. Everything I'm looking for is sitting there. Brilliant. You've now just closed another door. Yeah, you've just got to the point of they don't need anything else. You have got everything else that they can offer. Okay. So basically with that, it now comes down to money. So then what you say, well, this service here is normally around about £2,000. This service here is normally around about 2,000, and it works out. You've got like £18,000 worth of services and products sitting there. And you look at their face, watch their face. If someone sits there and goes this, they're not wanting to buy from you just yet. They want to make sure that you want to, sort out their money side. If you've got them sitting like this, they're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I can't afford this, right? So then this is where you come into the next part of your sales. Is the fact is that, and that's another thing as well. If they sit back, that's also another thing that you need to think about as well, because if they're sitting back, they're finding that they're not really that interested. But if you've got someone that's sitting forward, they're very interested in what you've got to say. So it's very much that you've got to watch the body language in what you do. And in sales, body language is a good thing. Look on YouTube, look on Google, find out body language, because once you get to know body language, it makes things so much easier. Okay. So what you need to do now is with your budget, if they turn around and go, well, I can't afford £18,000. So how much did you think it was going to cost? Then you're good. This is the point now, and don't be scared to be sitting there quietly. This is the point now. You can see how well you've done your pitch. Okay. Well, I thought all that there was going to come to about 10 grand. 10 grand? 10 grand? Well, it's absolutely fine, because you know what? This is the reason why I've come to see you this week. This is the reason why we had to get this appointment done now. In your head, you've got to get around about 10 grand. Now, it's your choice how you work it. I would normally go slightly over, because then it looks more better to go slightly over, and then you've got something else to work with. So basically how that would work is if it comes to £18,000, okay, so if you're happy with everything that you can go ahead with today, I'll start again. If you're happy with everything that I've showed you today, are you happy to go ahead? Oh, I don't know about that. No, that's fine, because what we do is we'll also go through. I'm not asking you to pay it all today. Are you happy if we could actually spread the cost a little bit? Well, yeah, that'll be a lot better. Okay, that's no problem, because we're talking on budget. We're seeing what kind of money he's got in his or her bank account. Yeah, we know now that they can't pay it all at once. We're putting in little questions, little seeds to see how they react to them. So then what you're doing is you're putting in that seed. No, I can't afford 18 grand, but they can afford a monthly budget. So we've already discussed this. So the monthly budget is already there. So basically with that, I'm looking at the time. So what you've got to look at is the fact is that once you've got that monthly budget, you can say, right, if you go ahead with it today, with this and this is exactly what you wanted, wasn't it? Because we've already discussed that this is everything that you need. Well, yeah, it's everything that I need. It's just basically we've got to sort out the money side of it, haven't we, really? And don't be scared to say it. Talk about the money side, because that's what people steer away from, is the money side. And this is the reason why I'm going on to it a little bit more. Okay, is right. So I can offer you everything you've got here. We're obviously going to give you an early bird discount because you come on board with us today, or the fact is we're offering 25% off today, or we're going to give you a couple of extra free. So what we do, everything that's all in now is going to come to £10,632. And say nothing. Just be silent. Because the first person that talks loses. Because what you're doing is, as you're sitting there, you're sitting back and you're waiting. You're waiting for him to turn around and say, all this for £18,000, and you're about to give it to me for 10.5 grand. Yeah. Because the reason why is because you took action, and the fact is that you want it done now. So, because you're having it done now, it's all about helping each other out. I'm quite happy to help you out and do this. But what I'm asking from you is that we get the paperwork signed today. Are you all okay with that? And if we can work it out on a budget and we can do it on a monthly basis, are you all good with that? Yeah, okay. See, so that once you get over them different things, you might turn around, they might turn around and go, well, actually, no. Right, okay, that's fine. So, you know, if that's not, what kind of things was you looking at? So it might be the fact is they've turned around and said to you, no, I can't do that. It has to be under £10,000. Okay, not a problem. So what I'll do then is one of those there. Is there any particular ones that you could actually do without? You know, you might just a little nitpicking of it. It's just like, you know, rather than having 12 months of that, what I'll do is I'll give you 6 months of that one rather than 12. And then what I'll do is I'll bring it under your £10,000 budget. Is that okay? See, what they'll do, they'll go to one of two ways. Then I will go, well, actually, no, I actually want that. Right, okay, well, I've just took £18,000 down to £10,500 for you. And for the sake of something for like £500–600 in your business, which you've already turned around and said to me, you know, you're earning this kind of amount of money and you've got this many people in your business, is the fact is that is important to you. So you trying to tell me that you wouldn't do something that's that important for £500–600? Really? And they go, yeah, I suppose so. Right, so should we just get this done then? Don't ever be frightened to ask for that money. Don't ever be frightened, because if you don't know how to do it, then you'll never ever close the deal. I'm not going to go through every single thing here, but we are going to, obviously, I'm going to go through as much as I possibly can. So, overcoming obstacles in business. Never take no for an answer. If you're on a phone, no, I don't want nothing. Okay, it's absolutely fine. You know, and they will say no, because in the end, they will say yes. Because if they're on the phone after the second and third no, they would have put the phone down on you the first time and gone, no, I'm not interested, bye. But they're the ones that have still got the phone up to the ear, so that tells you they want to buy. And when you're actually going and seeing people and you're actually talking to them and you're still sitting there after they've turned around and said to you, you're only going to be in there for 10 minutes, aren't you? I've already got 10 minutes spare, and it's an hour down and you've had 2 cups of tea and you're still sitting now, and now they're like, oh, well, you know, you can leave now, kind of thing. It's the fact is it's a buying signal because you're still in there after an hour. So what you need to do is if you've got someone that actually gives you that objection later on, is they want you to move on. So that's one of the things that you've got to find out on that. Excuse me. Right. If they still object at this time, you find out that you've not overcome all your objections and they need some more benefits and they need some more features in what you're going over. So then what you do is you'd go over exactly what you're doing, which I'm going to do with you in a second. It's exactly the same as when it comes down to, if someone says to you, would you like a cup of tea? And you go, no, I'm all right, thanks. Oh, you sure you don't want a beer, a wine, tea, coffee, juice, water? Oh, actually, yeah, I'll have a coffee. But just now they said no. But now all of a sudden they want a coffee. That's because what you've done is you've put what they need in front of them and they can smell it, they can see it, they want it. They're like, oh, actually, I could do one of those. So you just got to make sure you put what they need in front of them. And that's what you're doing when you establish their needs. Okay, so that's what you got to make sure you get everything out. Right, objections. Why should they buy from you? Okay, they need to know all all your products and services that you do, that is for them. But also you need to know all your products and services that you do, because if you don't know and they ask you a question, the problems that you're going to get is that, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. So what kind of company are they? Okay, so if you're a one-man band and you're on your own and you don't know all your products, you don't know all your services and what you have to offer, you're going to look like a cowboy. You're going to look like a shambles. And that's me being straight up, plain English, blunt and to the point with you. You need to know what you have to offer inside and out, because if you don't, you might as well just not even bother going. Okay, so that's one thing. That's one thing that you really need to get put in there, is make sure you know exactly what you're doing. You need to find the core of the customer's objection. If they're saying no to you on certain things, there is a reason for it. Is it the fact is that you've not got what they need? Is it the fact is that it's too much money for what they have to offer? Is the monthly payment too much money? Have you spread it over 4 months, or perhaps you can spread it over 6 or 12? You know, whatever you can do, you need to, you know, get that deal in without actually knocking your money out of it. That is your best possible thing to do. So do you know what, Mr. Customer, is this offer here is going to be, you know, the £10,500. We're going to ask you for 50% today and pay the rest on instalments over the next 3 months. Well, I can't do that. Right, okay. So what are you going to do? Okay, well, I can understand this is a bit of a problem for you. Obviously, I want to get your business today. You need what I've had to offer because you've already overcome this one. So then what you'd say to them, right, okay, Are you happy with 25%? So if I someone said to you, we can do £2,500 today, we can do it on your credit card. That's not a problem. Business credit card, personal credit card, whatever you want to do. We can do all the paperwork for it today. And then to actually help you out, because you've been so lovely to me, and I've got 2 cups of tea, and the biscuits were amazing. Yeah, is that Margaret and Mark are still sitting there. So, you know, thank you so much for like your time. And because at the end of the day, you being here, it all comes down to it comes down to business. So let's get this sorted out straight away, because I don't want to take up too much more of your time. So what we do is do 25%. I'll take £2,500 off the financial director. And then what I'll do is I'll help you out and do it over 6 months. Is that okay? That will then bring your monthly payments down. Then you can do everything else. You good with that? Yes. Okay, fantastic. You've overcome that objection. You haven't got nothing else to worry about when it comes down to that. People will buy from you. You've just got to be you. You've got to be your smiley self. You've got to be your fear fighter self. You've got to be, you know, whatever you need to be to make sure you get that deal in. But at the same time, be true to yourself. You know, when you sell from the heart. Don't sell from the head, because the head is always thinking money, money, money. Cha-ching, cha-ching, right? But you've got to think they're also people too, okay? And you've got to be respectful of that, and make sure you don't ever forget that, because I've seen so many salespeople that have done so many people out of money, and it is wrong. And the thing is, you should never do that, and make sure that, you know, that you're on the same level together, okay? So a quick sales overview, because we are running out of time. So sales overview is, you've talked about the authority, you've talked about identifying the people who are actually going to be there, all the people that are actually talking about who's going to make the decision makers. Yeah, you're also establishing their need. Okay, so you've gone through everything they're going to need, any problems, everything that they want from you, your service or your product. You've established that already. You've established a timeline. You know, there's no point doing it in 2 years' time when we can actually do it today, or do it in the next couple of months, or whatever it is, and we can do it now, fill the paperwork out. Otherwise, that's going to become an objection. Then you need to make sure that you've got the value. Okay, by doing the value, you then make sure that, you know, it comes down to that they've got everything they know about your company. They're going to know everything about what they're going to get, how they're going to do it, that you're going to make sure you're going to be there on the other end of the phone, making sure they've got all the features, make sure you've got all the benefits of what you're offering them, and making sure that they are comfortable, that you've wrapped them up in cotton wool and you said, I'm hugging you and it's fine. You know, I'm going to be here for you. And that's what you've got to make sure that you do. All right. And you've also gone through budget. Now, budget is obviously a big thing. But it's only a big thing if you make it that way. But you just put it on as just a general part of your pitch. Don't ever be scared of it. So with a budget, you demonstrate what a unique product that you've got, is that you're offering all the services. And the fact is that you've done so well that you've offered them, you know, at a rate that they're happy with, and also you've spread the cost of how they need it. So that's absolutely amazing. Now it quickly comes down to closes, because I'm running over time already, and I do know, and I'm sorry, brothers, but obviously closing is also a big thing. And I know we've got Beata on at 9 o'clock, so make sure you go in to see Beata's live as well. So we're going to do this really, really quickly. So, rather than me gabbling on, I'm going to put some of the stuff that I've put down here. Right, now, you could do different closes. There's lots of different closes. It depends on what you feel comfortable with. You've got the now or never close. It's like, you know, you take this today, you can have it at this price. You know, you can have it at the £10,500, but the minute I walk out that door, it goes back up to the £18,000, because I'm no more going to be in your area, and I'm not going to be able to come back to you anymore. Okay, so you need to make sure that we're happy with this decision today, and we can do it now. Okay, that is your now or never close. That is what you need to do. You've got the summary close, which is basically what I've just done to you. The summary close is that, you know, you've established their needs, you've gone through the values, you've gone through the features and benefits, you've gone through the budget, and you've gone through everything. You've summarized the whole thing of what you've just gone through. Yeah. And then by doing that one, it is like then saying, right, okay, so we've gone through everything. You've already turned around and said to me, you're happy to go ahead with that today, as long as I can do the price that you wanted. You've already agreed the price. So we'll just get the paperwork done. And then you get the paperwork done. Whatever you do, don't let them go and make a cup of tea, because you need them here. You need to make sure they're not second thinking what they're doing. You need them here now constantly the whole time. So do not let them get away when it comes down to closing. You've got the sharp angle close, which is basically, you can say to them, which I've just give you a part of that as well, is that the sharp angle close is, yes, I know, but you know, I can't afford the £10,500. I really do need it under the 10,000. Okay. Well, what I'll do then, just for you today, because you've been amazing, is I will only take a couple of months off of there, and I'll give it to you today, but you've got to sign your paperwork today. And even if they try and go, oh, and they squirm about it and they really don't want to do it because you're taking stuff away from them, you know, is it going to cost you anything to leave it in? If it's going to cost you £1,000, then obviously, or £500, then don't leave it in. You know, make sure you put your stamp down, because you're directing this sales. It's not them, it's you. You know, you don't want to lose face now. So you can say, look, I can help you, but you need to, you know, you take what you take for this price. Other than that, I'm going to have to start taking stuff out. This is your choice. At the end of the day, we want to do the paperwork. You want to get everything done. We want to get your business sorted. This is what you want, isn't it? And you just asked that question. It is, isn't it? Because you automatically say yes. Yeah. So make sure you get that on there. So that's what you want to do. You want to get the paperwork done today to get that discount. That's what your big thing is. You've got the question close. So basically, with the question close is you've got, so you're happy with the price then, yeah? We've gone through everything. We've established everything, every problem that you've got in your company. We've established what you need. So how do you think the presentation went today? Did you really like it? Did you enjoy it? Did you like the fact is that you now know our company inside out? You now know what we know. And the fact is that we're here to look after you. You know, you're happy to sign the paperwork today. Is there any other objections that you've got? Is there any problems that you've got? Is there anything you want to ask me? Because by doing that, what you're doing is you're getting these objections out now. You're making sure that then it's not going to fall out of bed, which one way that's called is they're not going to cancel within the 14 days that you've got after they've actually signed up with you. Is you want to get any problems out now and making sure that it's done before that paperwork, because while you're sitting in front of them, you can actually overcome them objections there and then. So that's what you want to do. You've got the assumptive close, okay? Now, you want to make sure with that one, remember when I said to you about body language? Yeah? Yeah? All these different things, look out for them, yeah? There's lots more in there. It could be the fact is that they're doing something, and when they read something, their eye twitches, right? They're interested. Or it might be the fact is they're smiling and on one side. Is it the fact it's an interested smile? Or is it the fact is that they're laughing because, you know, if something that's put in there that they don't really want? Or it could be anything, okay? But you need to learn all these different things, because by doing that, you can then overcome more and more objections, okay? You can ask all different questions that you want to ask. So I'm just getting rid of some of these because obviously I've got a lot more in here, but I'm just trying to get rid of some of them. You've got the takeaway close. So if you've had a customer that's actually really quite hard, and no matter what you're trying to do, they can't really help you. They're not, you do get them, is that, no, I'm not signing today, no matter what you do. Okay, that's an objection. It normally comes down to product or money. So then what you do is you say, look, I want your business today. I wouldn't have sat here for the last 3 hours if you didn't want me to be here. Okay, I know you want this product, don't you? Well, yeah. Okay. So what is the problem? What is it that's got that little bit there that you want? What about if I helped you out? What about if I give you an extra 2 months of this, or I give you a free gift, or I'll give you a CD of 30 minutes worth of training? If I give you that little bit today, that will help you out. That will give you a little bit of a thank you very much for spending so much time with me. And the fact is that, you know, that you've come to see me in your amazing company. This is where you've got to be a little bit softer, because by being your normal boss yourself, is you'll find that, you know, sometimes people don't always like that, and you need to come down and you need to just sit and relax and just say, I'm here for you. You don't have to be scared. You don't have to be worried. I'm here for you. Yeah. And that is how you overcome difficult customers. Unless you've got a hard-nosed person who is like, rah, 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 right? You're not going to get them all. You can only do as much as you possibly can, okay? But they're still sat there, so there's still, you know, a reason to buy, okay? You've got to have your skills at closing. So, you know, that's what I'm saying to you. So that is all the closings that I'm going to go through with you today, because, you know, we are literally running out of time. I've got 9 minutes till Beata's on. So all I want to say to you is, yes, you can inspire to achieve. If you've enjoyed listening to what I am today, I want you to give me loads of love hearts, because I love a love heart, because I'm that kind of person. So if you'd actually want to be in Yes You Can Inspire to Achieve, you're more than welcome to come and see us. We've got lots of things going on at the moment. I'm going to actually read some of these, because there is so many things that we are doing. So as you know, my name's Maxine English, and I'm one of the 12. I'm classed as a fear fighter, and I help out with people's fears, their confidence and their self-esteem. With that, we do business and life coaching. Oh, hang on. We do business and life coaching. We're international broadcasters. We also do the training for that as well. You can become a published author. We do an online monthly business coaching group. We've also a major UK and global events, which we run near enough every month. So you can more than well come onto one of those, and I'll tell you the next one in a second. We're also got a Business and Life magazine, which you can read. I'm going to be in it this month, which is absolutely amazing. So you can read a little bit about me from when I come from unemployable to unstoppable. Woohoo! So we all got enjoy that one. Now, also you've got one-to-one coaching. We also do that as well as part of the 12, and also with Brad as well if you wanted to do that. Now we've also got the Business and Life Coaching Directory, which is coming soon. International Speakers Bureau, that's also coming soon. International Annual Retreat. Everyone likes a holiday. Yeah, so we've got that as well. So, you know, have a bit of luxury as well as while you're working your business. That's absolutely fine. We've also got the free Facebook group, which obviously you're more than welcome to come on. It's Yes You Can Global TV. You can see me and all the other 12 that are actually broadcasting at the moment. And you can also see the people that are in training and the people that we're training up at the same time. And you'll see those on there, and they're filling their feet. Call them the baby 12s. So, you know, we're helping other people as well. And we want to help you, because at the end of the day, it's all about you. It's all about doing what we can to help you. This is the reason why we give up our time free of charge to make sure that we give you content every single week. And it is all about you, because you are worth it. Okay, don't ever think you're not. You are worth it, and this is why we do it. Okay, so we've also got on top of that the Inspired to TV global TV platform. Is if you want to become a broadcaster, we can train you up on that, and then basically with that you can also be one of the people on here, and you also can be broadcasting it all across the world. At the moment we're in Canada, we're in USA, we're in Spain, we're in France, we've gone to Finland, we've gone to Poland. I also know people in Nigeria and Africa and also New Zealand that come in and actually message me and say, I'm coming from here. So we already know that we're going global. It's absolutely amazing. Why don't you become one of the family? Because that's what it's all about, making a big, massive family. Because once we all get together, we all help each other, and that's what it is. So you want to be one of the 12? Why don't you give Brothers a call? If you think that you can handle it, then go for it. Other than that, if you'd like to book one of the 12, you're more than welcome to book one of us, and we can help you out when it comes down to closing, when it comes to things like this, when it comes to business and life coaching. We can help you out with your strategies when it comes to business. We can help you out in your general everyday life. So anything you need in every single aspect of your life, whether it's business, whether it's, you know, family life or whatever it is, one of us can help you somewhere. So don't ever worry about anything. We are here for you 100%. Now, what we've got going on at the moment is we've got the media awards coming up. Woohoo! Now, Brad told us about this yesterday, and I'm so excited. I'm over the moon. Now, the media awards, I'm actually going to be spending my 40th birthday now, so it's going to be like a birthday party weekend for me. It's like red carpet, black tie, sexy dress. Well, all right, not so sexy, more like, you know, nice and smart. Yeah, so basically with that, I'm going to be spending my birthday weekend with the YYC family, and do you know what? It's because I think it's worth it. So why don't you get yourself down to the awards night? And basically with that, what we do is we can go through, you'll have people from all walks of life there. You'll have speakers, you have international speakers, you'll have the 12 there, you'll have Bradley there. You'll also have journalists, you'll have reporters, you'll have people like directors, people that are in the film industry, you'll have actors there, you'll have anybody that you can think of. They're all coming. So why don't you come and enjoy yourself, have a night out, put your hair down and have a bit of a laugh with all of us. Like, it's what it's all about. You know, come and meet and greet everybody, have your picture taken, you know, come up on stage, meet a lot of high profile people. At the end of the day, that's all you've got to do. You just got to make that first step. You've got to take that first lot of action, and you've got to make sure that you can do that. So I'm putting on here now that come and visit our website. Okay, it's Yes You Can Inspire to Achieve.com. Then all you've got to do is click on there. You can go through our website and see exactly what we're all about. At the end of the day, we're all on there, and the bit that I just read out about the 12, it's all on there as well. So if I've gone a little bit too fast for you, that is not a problem. You've got it in front of you. Also, I would love it if you could actually like and share the Global TV page. Is by doing that, not only does it spread our word, and we can help so many other people, is that it also helps you, because we give you more content. The more it spreads, the better it is. So it helps everybody. So what I want to say to you tonight, ladies and gents, is no matter whether it's daytime, evening or weekend, or whether it's, you know, through the night to you, okay, I want to say thank you so much for coming on board with me tonight. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here all the way through. I know I've gone over. I know you've nearly had me for nearly an hour. I know. But isn't it so much worth it? So what I want to say to you is come and get yourself down to the awards night. Come and have some fun. Come and enjoy yourself. come and bring your business pals. And you know what? You can even actually, if you actually own a business, you can bring your whole business down too. So, you know, speak to Bradley, you know, message him on the Global TV page if you're interested. And then what we can do is we can get you going. So what I'd like to say to you, thanks very much. It's goodbye from me. Sorry I didn't get if there's any questions on there. I've not looked at them tonight because we had so much to go for because it was so important. But I love you all. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all on Tuesday. Never know. You might even get a fear fighter out of me tomorrow. Okay, guys. I'll see you later. You take care. See you later. Bye-bye.